Greetings, YouTube. Happy Thursday, especially if you are Mr. Epic Onslaught. You see, I cheer for happy endings. And there are several people, including this user, who were stunned and disappointed to see that the first round of Mr. Sinister went for a very high, almost pre-bots being temporarily or permanently banned from the contest arena scores of above 62 million for round one of Mr. Sinister. And that was not good news because it looked like the arena scores had returned. Of course, it all depends on how hyped up the champion is, and Mr. Sinister was the hyped up champion for the month of February. But the big question I had in my mind, and a lot of people had in their minds, was would that score go down and by how much in round two of the arena, especially since Kabam publicly on the forums and otherwise is still saying that they are committed to ending the artificial inflation of arena scores thanks to cheating and bots, which Kabam, man, I hope you are right about that. I hope that you are 100% as serious behind the scenes as you are in public for stopping the cheaters in the arena, because for everyone that does it fairly and tries to balance their crazy out of contest schedules, especially for those of you who are married and have kids and full-time jobs, a lot of you work nights. I hear from you because you're on night breaks, and that's how you're stopping by my late night of live streaming, which is always appreciated. So yeah, he, as you can see, got Mr. Sinister. And that is very exciting, especially because he placed 100th. And of course, you just have to be in the top 150 to get Mr. Sinister. So you might be wondering what I was wondering when he sent over the screenshot via the Line app. What was the score that placed in the top 100? Because the score needed to place in the top 100 just a few days ago was like 70 million points. Well, I bear good news, great tidings of joy in this month of February, because the score that got him a Mr. Sinister 5-star, rank 100 overall in the 5-star featured arena is, silent drum roll, boom, 48,788,984, which is so freaking exciting for the community, because that is, for so many people who grind in the arena, an actually obtainable arena score versus 70 million. The difference in units that you would have to spend for refreshes, or even if you've got the refreshes or the roster, just the amount of time that it would take to add an extra 20 to 22 million points that you don't have to worry about in that round two is amazing and so much welcomed by the community. This is fantastic news for the contest. I hope that it stays, and if the scores start to creep back up, especially and suspiciously for champions that are older, you know, if suddenly we saw, again, a 30 or 35 million score for, say, a Hulkbuster, that would be suspicious of bots. And that would be where Kabam needs to look at and be like, oh, yeah, maybe we should do those temporary bans or permanent bans, especially for second offenders or third offenders, freaking third offenders, more than just once every 3 months or 6 months. Maybe we should do this once a month to defend the integrity of all those summoners that are fair players. And there have been a lot of people over the years, many of which have had very compelling arguments, saying that it doesn't do Kabam any good to ban the cheaters because artificially inflating the arena scores with bots makes them more money because you have to spend more units and more time grinding to get the champion. While that's true, I think that's a sucker's argument for morale, because you have a much better chance of getting your player base excited for the arena when they can grind for 48 million instead of 68 million. So I am so thankful, and congrats, Mr. Epic Onslaught. We will go back to that screenshot that started this video because that is a beautiful sight. He did not think he had a chance, but he figured why not? He would take a chance, unlike me, who will forever have regret for not going to 20 million for 5-star Havoc that first round. That will haunt me forever, almost as much as the Corvus like 17 or 18 million score last summer in like May haunted me, because that was also an obtainable one I just didn't know about, of course, and didn't go for like so many. But this is exciting. And for this user and hopefully many others on this Thursday, they will see a pleasantly surprised 5-star featured champion, Mr. Sinister, who looks and continues to look OP despite the fact that he may or may not still be significantly bugged in some aspects of the contest. But regardless, looks like a great champion. Kabam looks to have really made a good champion in Mr. Sinister and a good champion in Havoc. Kabam deserves credit where credit is due, and they have come out with some straight banger champions in the past several months. And not just for defense, but also for offense. And I think as a community, we want champions that are well-rounded, like The Thing, who I am working on and producing a video for thanks to a user that reached out to me that's doing incredible destruction and variant and even Labyrinth of Legends with his 565 Thing. And so that's another champ that I think deserves a lot more praise in the YouTube community for Marvel Contest of Champions, and I will be showcasing his skill and his work in just a few hours when I post that video this Thursday night, or aka tonight. But until then, Epic Onslaught, congratulations. Such great news for the community. Time to celebrate the return of attainable arena scores for round 2 of a new featured champion. Hopefully this trend continues for the new skin of Captain Marvel and also everyone's favorite, maybe future meme champion or maybe future amazing champion, who knows, Mr. Nick Fury. Until next time, YouTube, thanks for watching. Have a good one, and congrats again, Mr. Epic Onslaught. You deserve it, my friend.